Good day, guys. Welcome to the Big Blue Bandito channel. Out in the backyard today on this windy, sunny day. We're making progress on Blue 2. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you where we're at. Of course, I didn't video the festivities of yesterday, where I was removing kind of brackets and loose bits and pieces off the frame, kind of clean things up. So we'll do a little bit of a walk around, show you where we're at today. And we'll go take a peek out front, show you the goodies we got on the truck. You may have seen them already on the YouTube short I posted, but nevertheless, doesn't hurt to look at those gems again. So let's take a peek here. Okay, we are very close to getting the hoist off the truck. Got all the bolts out, with the exception of two that are kind of being a pain in the butt here. Right at the back, and right at the point of angle on the frame where it's chopped. And then if we come around and look on this side, of course I don't have a 13/16 wrench, but that being said, I don't even know if I can squeeze one in there. Actually, I probably can now, the more that I look at it. So I'm creating more of a problem than I need to. But either way, last two bolts. Yesterday I used my $5 can of oven spray from Dollarama on the rear differential, and I wish I would have kind of filmed that because it actually worked pretty well. You could see the grease coming off nicely. The one problematic area is the electric 2-speed shifter thing on the front. It's quite caked on. I'll show you here. So that's going to need a little bit more work, but it did clean up rather nicely. I sprayed it on the housing, the pinion thing, and the main purpose of that oven cleaner was to degrease this. Where are we here? This section here. I need to disconnect the input into the pump so that this hoist can be lifted off, and I think the pump's going to go with it. And it's on its own front cross member here. Other than that, it's getting close to being lifted off. So that's going to clean up the truck itself, and we'll be ready to do some measuring and planning for the engine and transmission. Yesterday I did also clean up all the various brackets. There was one in here that had a rivet. Took a grinder and got that out, and then two lights. There was another light on the outside. So it's always nice getting it down to the bare canvas to implement the creative mind and see what we're gonna do with this thing. Yeah, let's walk over here. This is my new junk corner. But yeah, all this kind of crap came off yesterday. Lights, another one there. What else? This, no, not that bracket, this bracket here. So there we have it. Not that there's much difference, but here's the other side. I mean, it's looking clean as well, but this thing's gonna be a pain to get off the truck. My plan is to kind of move this truck from here over, parked straight in this corner. Maybe that'll give me a bit of shade to work on the outside. I do need to repair my drive-through gate. That thing weighs a ton. I don't know, I'm contemplating zipping it in half and putting it on the edges to see if we can do something with that, get the functionality back. But it would be nice to get this blue truck over in the corner. So that is kind of what I'm working on now. Let's take a walk out front and go look at the goodies on Blue 1. Right, there it is, the used 5.3 with all the, quite a few bells and whistles. I don't know. I was surprised that it came with all of this stuff. Didn't come with a starter, obviously, or the Vortec cover on the top. But now my plan is I've got to find a way to get this beast off of the truck and into the garage. The transmission, I feel like I could almost He-Man, but I'm I'm not sure I'm ready to try that, but I will borrow the neighbor's engine hoist and shuffle some cars around and get this thing settled inside the garage, and we'll start looking at what we're going to do there. Probably a deep clean and then remove any unnecessary accessories of the fan and power steering pump, air conditioner, condenser thing, pump, or whatever it's called. So there we have it. Well guys, this is a bit of a fast forward here. I had my super awesome neighbor pop by, and he was checking things out and went under the truck, and we got the PTO thing disconnected. It was an Allen wrench, and that PTO shaft slid off a spline. So I'll show you here quickly. Okay, here it's dangling, but where are we? There we are. So the pump is freed up, and we've got this thing dangling, and there was a lot of play in that shaft there, but I'll try and figure out how to get this off the other end. So there you have it. There's an update, and bolt wise we managed to get one of them off here, but in typical fashion the last one is the problematic one. We have a rounded head here, so I think my last option is to drill that out. This is too hard to get a disc in there to grind that out, so we'll try that here. All right, we shimmy our way under, and let's see. Holy man, okay, couple turns on this guy. Holding the camera and wrenching here. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, that looks good. Yikes, sorry. Let's pull this thing out. Nope. Okay. Looks hard to see me. Okay, that's pretty far out. Holy man, come on. Hey, I gotta put the camera down. Well, I didn't do the best at capturing all of that, what just went down here, but they can't all be perfect, so bear with me please. Let's flip the camera around and show you where we're at. Okay, a little bit of WD-40 on the inset of that U-joint, and a little bit of hammering, and it slid out, so at least that's taken off right up to that point. The cable to actually control that is disconnected somewhere up there, so we're good for now. All right guys, thanks for tuning in again. Like I said, these projects are little videos of me hanging out in the backyard doing what I like to do. They're not all perfect, but if you like the big trucks, and I've got enough of them here, so we've got enough to keep busy, and if you're interested, thanks for tuning along. We'll catch you next time.